Come on in. Let's do an update on what's going on in the news. I hope everyone's having a great Monday morning. Come on in, come on in. We're going to go ahead and do the disclaimer. That way, when people are coming in, they won't be like, what's this disclaimer? So, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged in our opinion and for entertainment purposes only. So yes, everyone, come in. I hope everyone's having a great morning. I have one more thing I need to do. Good morning, good morning. Come on in. Hope all is well. We're going to talk Jay-Z. It's starting to happen, everyone. Everyone was wondering who the celebrity was, who's going to be more so tied into this Diddy stuff. We've already seen that Kanye has been getting lawsuits lately. But to bring Jay's name in it, I'm other celebrities, I told y'all, the exposure of them people being tied to Diddy as a friend, brands will start being alleged affected. People have to be very careful who they hang around. But we've known that Diddy and Jay-Z's been so close over the years that Jay-Z probably knows a lot about what Diddy has done too. So, but he's innocent until proven guilty, but now he's a part of a lawsuit. We're going to get into that. So come on in, come on in. Thanks for being here, everyone. Um, we're going to get into it. So come on in. Press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from. Press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before, where you're watching from. We're going to get into the allegations about Jay-Z. He has stated that the allegations are not true. Um, Good morning, Paris. I'm over here typing, girl. Good morning. Had a great weekend, girl. You could tell. I wasn't live for 2 days. That's the first time in a long time. Uh, I hope you had a great weekend, Paris. Good morning, good morning. Everyone say good morning to Paris. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before, where you're watching from. Good morning, Texas. Good morning, everyone. We're going to talk about what's going on in regards to the allegations about Jay-Z. So we're about to get to it. We're going to get to it. And I had promised y'all a Diddy video. Was supposed to be Saturday, Sunday? Yeah, I was hanging out. I was hanging out, Paris. Oh, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, New York. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, weekend was good. Woo wee. Really good. Okay, so let's get to the clip in regards to what's going on with Jay-Z, y'all. What is going on? And I did see a clip in regards to Attorney Busby said, I won't be bullied. We were wondering who the other celebrity was. So let's go ahead and get to this clip. You know, I could talk and talk and talk and talk. Let's go get to this clip of what's being stated. Let's see. So come on in. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before, where you're watching from.
With Sean Diddy Combs. Now, this lawsuit was originally filed back in October in the Southern District of New York, listing Diddy as the defendant. But it was just refiled today to include Jay-Z now, whose real name is Sean Carter. Of course, he's the husband of Beyonce. The anonymous accuser alleging the assault occurred after she was driven to an after party following the MTV Video Music Awards. The suit says she was offered a drink that made her feel, quote, woozy, lightheaded, and felt like she needed to lie down. Shortly after, the suit claims Jay-Z and Diddy entered the room where she was resting, eventually sexually assaulting her. In the last hour, we are hearing from Jay-Z and his team of lawyers. They are denying the claim and say that they are the victims of blackmail, saying, quote, I will not give you one red penny, and my only heartbreak is for my family. Joining us now to break this all down as it's happening, News Nation Law and Justice contributor, former FBI Special Agent Jennifer Coffendorfer.
Like the videos, you guys come in. Like the videos, you guys come in. Fair use reaction clip.
Thanks for staying with us on this.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
And so we just received a response from the victim's lawyer, really just in the last few minutes. Take a look. This is on social media. A lawyer, Tony Busby, saying Jay-Z has, quote, tried to bully and harass me and this plaintiff, but his conduct has had the opposite impact. He goes on to say that the allegations speak for themselves, and he will let the facts come out in court, not in the media. What do you make of this real-time back and forth that we're seeing between these two parties?
Now, you guys got to remember, 2 weeks ago, it was being alleged that attorney Busby was supposed to be sued by a celebrity. So I'm wondering if he's being sued by Jay-Z or if he's being sued by somebody else. Like the video, like the video. Thanks for being here, everyone. Fair use reaction clip.
Tonight.
Well, it is interesting, and I think it's because Jay-Z came out so strongly and said, listen, I'm going to go after you. And then he filed a suit quickly on the heels of the other suit against Busby and the accuser. So because of that, you're seeing this taunting sort of back and forth in the media.
Do you believe that we may see Jay-Z face a judge? And if so, when would we see him in court? Any indication there yet?
Well, we're definitely going to see him, I believe, on this suit. There are so many details. You know, they describe a house, a driveway, another woman being there. They discuss about a driver taking her. So she's locked into this story now, and that means there could be additional witnesses to corroborate her story or refute the story.
Yeah, I know you've mentioned the specificity of the details really stand out to you in this filing. Do you find it strange that the filing originally did not include Jay-Z, just Diddy, and now Jay-Z is suddenly added today? I mean, does that make Jay-Z's addition in any way less credible? Or is this not, in fact, so unusual?
It's not unusual when they're still digging up information and facts to prove the allegations that they're trying to make. In addition, remember, this 13-year-old says there's a female there. That has not been disclosed either. That will be very interesting because she could be culpable in this as well.
Yeah, that is interesting. Do you expect we are going to be seeing other celebrity names added and refiled in other lawsuits involving Diddy?
I do. I think this really has a web that wraps around many different people, and I think we're going to see a lot more people named.
Tell me more about the details of any potential blackmail. We do see Jay-Z and his team really coming out swinging, making that allegation. Wouldn't that be a fairly easy allegation to prove? I mean, if, in fact, Busby reached out trying to blackmail him, wouldn't they have the receipts for that?
Well, what happened was Busby reached out and offered a mediation session, said that his client was amenable to that. I think that is what Jay-Z is sort of extrapolating as being some sort of, extortion or bribery situation. And really, that shouldn't be seen in that light.
Jennifer Coffendorfer, I know we'll be tracking.
Like the video, like the video. Thanks for being here, everyone. Fair use reaction clip.
I appreciate your time tonight, as always. Thank you.
Like the videos, you guys come in. Let's get to this one here. What do you guys think about this new lawsuit in regards to Jay-Z? How do you feel that this is all going to, and we're going to do the Breakfast Club too. Hold on one second. But like the videos, you guys come in. Hold on one second. Are you guys surprised that this is the person that's being named in the lawsuit? We had covered the allegation a while ago in regards to the 13-year-old, but there's different people naming other people. Like the video, like the video.
Now Fox News. It is a new hour here on Live Now from Fox, and we do have some breaking news that we want to bring to you. It was being reported by TMZ, and now Fox News. We are learning that Jay-Z is accused of raping a 13-year-old girl. That is new in the Diddy lawsuit, and the new allegations are just coming out this evening. Jay-Z is being accused of raping a minor along with Diddy at a MTV VMAs after party back in 2000, according to documents obtained by Fox News Digital tonight. The lawsuit, which was initially filed back in October, was refiled tonight in New York by an anonymous accuser claiming Jay-Z, whose full name is Sean Carter, raped her
Dot, dot,
while
dot, dot.
Combs and Celebrity B watched. So that other celebrity, was not named. Initially, the lawsuit stated Combs raped the minor
Dot,
while
dot, dot.
Celebrity A and Celebrity B watched. Carter was named as Celebrity.
They saying that word too much. They'll probably be fine. I probably won't be. Hold on one, you guys. Like the video as you guys come in. Thanks for being here, everyone. I appreciate you.
For hopping on. It's always good to do TV with you. Jay-Z came out swinging in self-defense. What did you make of how fast and how forceful his response was to this civil suit?
Marky, Jay-Z's got 99 problems, and this is now another one. He had no other choice but to come out swinging. And if I was him, I would have done the same thing, and his attorneys advised him to do this. The reason this is a very interesting matter is you're talking about something that happened about 24 years ago. I'm very skeptical about this. I'm not saying that this didn't happen, but I'm skeptical. Reading the complaint last night, I just see there's so many red flags here that Jay-Z's defense attorneys are going to be all over this. And then here's another part. Jay-Z, anonymously at least, is the individual who sued Tony Busby, the lawyer representing this woman. So if that's the case, why did then Tony Busby amend his complaint from October to now include Jay-Z? I don't want to say it's extortion or anything like that. However, all this is very weird. And, this is, again, part of the whole Sean P. Diddy fiasco, if you will. So it's going to be very interesting. And then this probably isn't the only individual who's going to have another civil suit against him.
Yeah, and speaking of unnamed, because Jay-Z went unnamed in that initial October filing, also in this suit it says Celebrity B, right? An unnamed female watched. What do you make of that and who that could be?
Right.
Look, I can't say who it is or not, but why aren't they involved now in this new amended complaint? Why didn't Tony Busby put that in there? Are they trying to settle this outside of the press, potentially? Look, Busby represents a lot of women, and he's been accused multiple times of extortion. I don't know any facts. I don't want to speculate about anything, but it's a very dangerous path that he's going by right now with these things. And Jay-Z, he's an individual who is very powerful, as we're well aware, and has a lot.
Like the video, like the video. Thanks for being here, everyone. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. You're not surprised, Paris? Okay, I see it now. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 5 you've been here before, where you're watching from. Let's continue. Fair use, reaction clip.
Of money where he can fight this.
Yeah. Before I get to Daniel Penny real quick, because that's another case you and I have been talking at length about, a lot of fans are wondering what's next. And is this just the tip of the iceberg in this lawsuit?
Oh, 100%. I mean, look, you're talking about celebrities who have hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. When people see money, they see, you know what, we can go make a quick buck. Again, not saying this is that situation, because this certainly may have happened. But, these are very, these claims are out of New York. And New York is the only state, really, that has a statute where you can sue from years ago when statute of limitations in other states would have already ran. So this is the first of many.
Yeah, we'll follow this one closely. Before I let you go, I got to get your take on today and the Daniel Penny case, what we're about to see. The jury now considering a lesser count of criminally negligent homicide after the judge dismissed second-degree manslaughter. David, what does that tell you about the state's case and also kind of the mindset of that jury right now?
It's weak.
Hold on one second. Like the videos you guys come in. Let me know how you feel about what's being reported about Jay-Z. Surprised, not surprised? Like they mentioned, his team has responded. Like the videos you guys come in. Thanks for being here, everyone. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before, where you're watching from.
Against Sean Diddy Combs. The latest involves hip-hop mogul Jay-Z, who issued a vehement denial. This morning, a blistering response from Jay-Z after he was accused of sexually assaulting a 13-year-old girl more than 2 decades ago. The billionaire hip-hop mogul was added to an existing civil lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs, citing an alleged incident after the 2000 VMAs, where the victim claims she was drugged and assaulted by both Diddy and Jay-Z while a third celebrity watched.
The judge has actually agreed that the victim can remain anonymous and that the case can proceed. So there seems to be a little bit more to this case.
Jay-Z vehemently denying the claim, writing, "These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away." Also saying, "My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence." Jay-Z also attacked the attorney behind the lawsuit, Tony Busby, who fired back saying, I won't be bullied or intimidated. Busby is behind at least 20 of the sexual assault lawsuits against Combs, who calls Busby's lawsuits shameless publicity stunts. Combs' statement went on to say he has never sexually assaulted or trafficked anyone. Combs will stay in jail until his trial in May, but he has appealed the most recent decision to deny him bail. That ruling should come later this week.
So, you guys, with this being so long ago, I am wondering what proof Mr. Busby has regarding this. I am wondering about that. Aren't you guys also? Let's get to the Breakfast Club and see what they have to say.
So y'all know it's been a lot.
Let's get to that. Let me change the speed. Like the video. Thanks for being here.
And so I'm gonna bring Lauren in here to do this because this is her first. Because she goes to sources. This is her forte because she can contact anybody from the feds to Donald Trump. So I want her to come on in here. Come on in here, girl.
And I saw just trying to pronounce litigious this morning. Woo.
Well, I think I did a better job than you did. Jazz, okay, so look, not even a laughing matter, right? So over the weekend, actually last night, Jay-Z was named in a lawsuit. This is a federal civil suit. This lawsuit is one that we actually talked about before. So y'all remember back in October when Tony Busby filed that big bunch of lawsuits against Diddy.
That's when that set up the hotline.
Yes, that was the start of all of that stuff, like right around that time. So during that time when that was set up, there was a case that was mentioned. There was a 13-year-old girl who said she came to New York when she was 13 to go to the VMAs. She didn't have a ticket. She was excited to be here. She met a limousine driver who said he worked for Puff, and he was like, I can't get you to the VMAs, but if you...
Now, this is when Lauren was going to break down everything we had heard like a month ago. Like the video. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Thanks for being here, everyone. Let's continue. Reaction clip.
Come back here after. I can get you to an after party.
That 13-year-old was with no parents, just by himself.
She came by herself. So she was dropped off by a friend. Now that girl in that lawsuit originally back in October said she went to a party. It was a Puff party allegedly. When she got there, she had some drinks. She started feeling a little crazy, and then she went to a room to like lay down and take a little, a little minute away from the people. When she woke up, Puff and two other celebrity A and B were in the room, and she was raped allegedly in that room. She called her dad to come get her.
Allegedly.
Away from the party, who didn't know she was there, and then it caused her like mental distress to this day. So that's why she was filing civil suit. So over the weekend, celebrity A was named as Jay-Z. So now that has like shattered the internet streets, as you guys can imagine, because I think for a while people have been trying to place other celebrities in this and figure out who the other names are, and this is one of the biggest names outside of Diddy that we've seen named in all of this stuff. So now the civil suit still remains as is. The claims are still the same. The only difference is that she's saying that Puff was one of the people allegedly that raped her in that room, but that Jay-Z also participated, and that there was another celebrity who was a female celebrity B who watched, and she said that the woman is accusing Jay-Z and
So the biggest thing is we got to figure out who the woman alleged celebrity is. That's going to be concerning because we're going to wonder if that's someone that was dating Jay-Z or Beyonce. I mean, dating Jay-Z, or was it somebody that Diddy was dating? Like the video. And or was it just someone that was hanging out with him? That's going to be interesting to find out who the woman is. Like the video. Thanks for being here, everyone. Hold on one second. Fair use reaction clip.
Puff of taking turns. Like Puff would, sexually assault her, rape her. And then Jay-Z would watch, and allegedly Jay-Z would do the same, and then Puff would watch. And she says that no one helped her. Like the other celebrity that was in the room did not help her. Now, all of this happened, right? This all drops. People are like, well, what the heck is going on? You guys remember when all this started dropping around Puff, it was like statements from his attorneys trying to defend him. Yeah. Now with Jay-Z released a statement, I would say almost like immediately once this happened, and his statement was very different. Make sure all of y'all had the statement. Yes. Alrighty, so this is a long statement. Normally we only pick pieces of it, but I think it's important for us to read the full statement.
So this whole thing?
We need to. Okay, so it says, my lawyer received a blackmail attempt. This is a statement directly from Jay-Z. My lawyer received a blackmail attempt. Called it a demand.
Now, Jay-Z felt that it's blackmail, so let's fully listen to what he's saying and how he's saying it. Like the video, fair use, reaction clip.
Letter from a lawyer, in quotations, named Tony Busby, who he had calculated was the nature of these allegations of the public scrutiny that would make me want to settle. No, sir. It had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would he not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. This lawyer who I have done a bit of research on seems to have a pattern of these type of theatrics. I have no idea how you have come to be such a deplorable human, Mr. Busby, but I promise you I have seen your kind many times over. I'm more than prepared to deal with your type. You claim to be a Marine. Marines are known for their valor. You have neither nor honor or dignity. My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I, he says my wife, but we know he's like my Beyonce, because like, why don't you just say Beyonce? My wife and I have to sit our children down now, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims. And explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such that at their young age. It is unfair to have to try and understand.
Yeah, I get that. They're going to be they're concerned about what Blue Ivy could go through at her age. Like the video. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before, where you're watching from. We're listening to Jay-Z's statement. Thanks for being here, everyone.
inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit. My heart and support goes out to the true victims in the world. I want to get to this next part. You have made a terrible error in judgment thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the projects of Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games. We have very strict codes and honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake physics, will believe the idiotic claims you have levied against me, that if not for the seriousness surrounding harm to kids, would be laughable. I look forward to showing you just how different I am.
That was a bar. You
Don't
skipped
play
though.
with me.
Yeah.
Which one? Go ahead.
My
Go
heart
back
and
to it.
support goes out to true victims in the world who have to watch how their life story is dressed in costumes for profitability by this ambulance chaser in a cheap suit.
It was the cheap suit for me.
I got the bar. An ambulance chaser.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people responded so much to this. Like, of course, this caused a big back and forth for people, putting out their own opinion of like, what do they believe? Is Jay-Z a part of this whole thing that that people are beginning to believe that Puff is a part of, or is he not?
But basically, his response is like, "Don't try me, try somebody else." You know what I'm saying?
I'm not the one.
And then what he said about like these lawyers who have these types of theatrics, they have a pattern of doing.
Like the video. We're just listening to what Jay-Z had to do. Jay-Z had to respond to the allegations. Now, when I was watching DJ Academics last night, he was saying that he would have thought that a lot of publications and media would have covered it. A lot more are probably going to cover it now, but it's interesting that they didn't cover the allegations per DJ Academics, but they're covering that his denial of the allegations. Last night, DJ Academics was basically saying that it's interesting how much pull Jay-Z has in the media to where a lot of them didn't want to cover the allegations, but they wanted to cover his denial. Isn't that interesting? Like the video. Thanks for being here.
It's like this, and everybody keeps sounding the same. It's like,
That's right.
they'll call you
Underage girl. They was drugged.
Yeah.
Right? Yes.
Yeah. And so I do want to mention too, because the first thing I thought of when I saw this, I said, oh, this is going to, if Jay-Z is successful at what he is doing and he's not backing down, this is going to change the game for a lot of celebrities who get brought into these type of things. True, and if true, they serve consequences for it. But if not true, it's like it just goes away. But these things are still on your record. You know what I mean? Because he's basically making a precedent for it, right?
Yeah.
So Diddy sent the statement over to us, and they basically said this amended complaint in the extortion lawsuit that Mr. Busby exposes, because Jay-Z went on and filed an extortion suit against Busby. They're basically saying all of that is going to show y'all what we've been saying, that this is all just a publicity stunt. These are people chasing dollars.
Well, good for Hov. I'm glad Jay-Z responded just like that because this has been going on for too long. It is a grift. These accusers go to these lawyers with all these salacious claims. The lawyer will put more sauce on the salacious claims. They reach out to your team and say, if you don't settle with us, we're going to go public with these claims. They'll tell you that they're going to hold a press conference. We're going to do interviews. And a lot of people settle because they don't want the bad press.
Where they don't have the money
It happens all the time. And like you said, the problem is it's very expensive, right? When you get these civil suits, it's very expensive. And like Charlamagne said, you'll go to the press. Yep. They'll make these press conferences. And then what they want to do is they want to make sure that you lose money. They want to make sure that you lose endorsements, lose sponsorship, lose everything. And so you get to the point where you're like, let me just pay them off and get it away from them. But Jay got enough to say, look, I'm going to fight this all the way. Now, Busby, he responded, right?
I was going to say he did, but real quick, I want to say that, I want to say that,
part two next.
okay, because there's some more to this, because I reached out to the Southern District of New York, who, if it was a go criminal, that's who would take it on, and a few other people, so I want to get into
Did
that.
it go criminal or did the time already pass?
I'm not for sure the technicalities of that, because I know that people have been talking about it in, like, Texas. Is that what you're referencing?
Civil, I know civil, they can't after 30 years.
Yeah, but this case was originally filed in New York, so I don't know, because I don't know what the feds are doing criminally about this girl anyway. Right. So we'll talk about it, because there's a few other points that we need to get to.
Okay, all right. We'll do that next time.
Like the video. Thanks for being here, everyone. Fair use reaction clip.
You never hear Wendy Williams talking about it, ain't you? Thank you so much, Lauren. I appreciate you.
All right.
I like that tag team.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Look at little boss. Look at little boss.
It's nice. Good reading, by the way.
Thank you.
Good reading. All right.
There's a lot, too.
When we come back, we got front page news. Morgan is out.
So that was the Breakfast Club covering it. Now we're about to listen what this clip had to say.
The lawsuit claims the girl was dropped off at the awards by a friend and approached various limousines to try to gain access to the show or after party. One driver allegedly told her he worked for Combs and she'd fit what Diddy was looking for. He later dropped her off at a White House and she was made to sign a document she believed to be a non-disclosure agreement. The girl was allegedly offered a drink that made her feel woozy before she claims Jay-Z removed her clothes, held her down and sexually assaulted her while Combs and an unnamed female celebrity watched. She adds that Combs also sexually assaulted her during the ordeal. In a lengthy statement to dailymail.com, Jay-Z denies the claims and expressed heartbreak for Beyonce and his kids, Blue Ivy, Rumi, and Sir. He insisted he's the victim of a blackmail attempt and expressed fears his family will have to endure harassment in the wake of the shocking allegations. Jay-Z will sit down with his children to explain his sexual assault accusations. The rapper was accused of 13-year-old girl with Sean Diddy Combs at an MTV VMAs afterparty in 2000. According to NBC News, the lawsuit claims the girl was dropped off at the awards by a friend and approached various limousines to try to gain access to the show or after party. One driver allegedly told her he worked for Combs and she'd fit what Diddy was looking for. He later dropped her off at a White House and she was made to sign a document she believed to be a non-disclosure agreement. The girl was allegedly offered a drink that made her feel woozy before she claims Jay-Z removed her clothes, held her down and sexually assaulted her while Combs and an unnamed female celebrity watched. She adds that Combs also sexually assaulted her during the ordeal. In a lengthy statement to DailyMail.com, Jay-Z denies the claims and expressed heartbreak for Beyonce and his kids, Blue Ivy, Rumi, and Sir. He insisted he's the victim of a blackmail attempt and expressed fears his family will have to endure harassment in the wake of the shocking allegations. Jay-Z will sit down with his children to explain his sexual assault accusation.
So let's continue. I would imagine there's going to be a lot of celebrities that's going to have to sit down if they have allegations against them too.
13-year-old girl alongside rapper Sean Diddy.
Like the video, fair use.
Filed against Combs in October was amended Sunday to include Jay-Z. The accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, says she was sexually assaulted by both men at a Video Music Awards after party in 2000. In a blistering statement, Jay-Z accuses Jane Doe's attorney of trying to blackmail him. He said further, quote, "These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever..."
Now, Jay-Z wants him to file a criminal case of whoever this is, not a civil. Did y'all catch that? Like the video, fair use.
Would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? He added, "My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people." Joining us now, Joey Jackson, CNN legal analyst and criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor. There's a lot to unpack here. Joey, I want to start with just the statement from Jay-Z, which is so forceful in its denial. I just read a teeny part of it, it's long, where he says that they should file a criminal complaint. Is that even possible at this point?
So based on the allegations, Jessica, good morning, good to see you. I think that it certainly could be. Why do I say that? Now, he, of course, is more than annoyed, would be an understatement. Yeah. He has a family and he has a lot to protect, including his brand. But to the extent that he's saying, hey, come after me criminally, that could be likely. Why do I say that? Because rape in New York, and what's alleged in this complaint is forcible compulsion. What that means in English is that it's saying that he held her down, raped her. Of course, the allegation is that Mr. Combs did the same thing. And so if those facts are actually accurate, it would require an investigation by prosecutors. And if true, right, you could pursue it criminally. Now, with respect to the evidentiary value, yes, it happened 24 years ago, right? More than 24 years ago. But in the allegations, there's a few things. Number one, that there's allegation that another celebrity was present at the time, right, in addition to other people. Number two, there's the claim by the...
Like the video. I'm wondering where we're going to hear about the female celebrity. Like the video, fair use reaction clip.
The victim, right, that she left, that she went and she was seen by a gas attendant who saw her in distress. Number three, that she phone called her dad who showed up, the 13-year-old, and now removed her. So civil complaint, simply allegations, need to be proven in a court of law. But if true, it could rise to the level of criminality. And, you know, we'll see what happens if the DA looks and investigates.
So what happens now?
So what happens now is this is simply a civil complaint. And in a civil complaint, it goes through the technical legal process. Now, the distinction, Jessica, between civil and criminal, of course, is that civil is for monetary damages, right? The system can only reward you with money. There's allegations that this 13-year-old is suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, suffered depression, etc. So now you go to fact-finding, right? Before that, just briefly, there was a demand letter sent. And a demand letter is a letter being sent by a lawyer saying, hey, I don't have to sue you. We can sit, we can mediate it. If we reach an agreement, it never sees the light of day. Jay-Z saying, I don't care about your demand letter. I look at it as blackmail. You want to sue me, sue me. You want to look at it criminally, look at it criminally. But it'll go through the fact-finding process. If a trial is necessary to determine the facts, that's what will happen. But it'll be deemed civil. No indication at this point as to whether or not any criminal investigation will ensue as a result of this.
Yeah, and Jay-Z came back incredibly forcefully against these allegations and really singled out that attorney as well for being, I'm paraphrasing here, but greedy, saying he's out to get money and calling that letter essentially blackmail.
Yeah, and in addition to that, Jessica, also suing the attorney, saying he's intimidating him, harassing him, etc. Now, demand letters are not new. What lawyers do is they send them out as a matter of protocol and practice so that you can expedite the process. At the same time, there's certain ethical standards that you have to use, and you have to have a good faith factual belief that this is true. Now, you can argue this complaint was filed in October, right? Could have mentioned Jay-Z then. You didn't. Why? It was amended now to include him. Are the factual assertions true? Are they fact or fiction? Is it a money grab or not? All of that will be litigated in a court of law, but according to Jay-Z, this never happened, is pure fiction. It is a money grab, and he's fighting for his name, reputation, and certainly innocence and justice in his view, which is he didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah, and you touch on a point too that I wanted to ask you about, which was that this was an amendment to this already existing lawsuit. What are people to take away from that? The fact that they're coming back and adding to this now with this specific name.
Yeah, you know,
like the video. Thanks for being here, everyone. Fair use. My other concern, I will say this: Diddy and Jay-Z are innocent till proven guilty in a court of law. So I can't confirm or deny if this happened. All of us have to be careful because these celebrities are going to start having, you see what's happening with Mr. Busby. But the biggest thing is Mr. Busby has 120 cases that he's going to file. What other celebrity names are going to be attached to that? Diddy and Jay-Z have been friends for a very long time. That's definitely concerning.
So it depends. That's also common. You could amend lawsuits, right, as a matter of course, and you do, to include certain factual allegations. The interesting thing to me, in terms of your question and the takeaway, if you had this information about Jay-Z, it happened allegedly in September of 2000, why not include it in the original complaint? What happened between October and now that necessitated you putting in, and it's a question of credibility. Was he celebrity A, right, as was noted in the October complaint? Is this pure fiction? And what's interesting in the complaint is he really, that is the lawyer, tries to tie Jay-Z to Mr. Combs in so many ways, right? Birds of a feather is the argument that he's making. You can make that argument. You need the facts to sustain it. Let's see if they come up with any facts.
All right, we will see. All right, Joey Jackson, thanks so much.
Like the video, like the video. Thanks for being here, everyone. Let me know what's your concerns in regards to their friendship. Could other celebrities have concerns as well? Like the video, like the video. Thanks for being here, everyone. Fair use reaction clip.
In a civil lawsuit on Sunday, it alleges that the assault happened.
Legendary rapper Jay-Z is denying an allegation that he and Sean Diddy Combs raped a 13-year-old girl.
Yeah, an anonymous accuser, only as Jane Doe, made the accusation in a civil lawsuit on Sunday. It alleges that the assault happened after she was driven to an MTV Video Music Awards after party back in 2000. In a statement to NBC News, Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, called the accusation idiotic, adding, quote, "These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever should commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree?" Attorneys representing Combs also dismissed the lawsuit, calling it a shameless publicity stunt. Combs is currently behind bars at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center after federal prosecutors charged him in September with racketeering and sex trafficking.
NBC News legal analyst Danny Zavalos is here to break down some of this for us. Danny, good to have you with us. These are serious allegations. Tell us a little more about what accusations the accuser is making here that happened back in 2000, and just typically how a case like this then would play out in a civil court proceeding.
According to the amended complaint, and when I file amended complaints, it's because new information has come up. Maybe there are new defendants and new claims, and that's sort of what's happening here, but I'll explain the difference. This amended complaint alleges that this 13-year-old plaintiff, when she was 13, wanted to go to the VMA Awards, couldn't get in. A limo driver says, "Come on in, and I'm paraphrasing, you look like you're Diddy's type," or something like that. She gets in, she goes to the party, and at the party, she is assaulted. Originally, she had alleged, obviously, Diddy, or Combs. Now, there isn't really a new defendant in Jay-Z. What the complaint alleges is that somebody that they originally referred to as, say, Celebrity A, now they're naming as Jay-Z. And so they allege that Jay-Z and Combs were involved in the assault of this 13-year-old plaintiff. So Jay-Z was technically already in the complaint. He just wasn't identified.
Walk us through that point that was in Jay-Z's statement there about changing the type of lawsuit here, civil versus criminal.
So Jay-Z essentially is saying, hey, if you're going to bring this case, this sounds like a criminal complaint. I dare you basically to go file a criminal complaint. And what's interesting too is that according to the complaint, the plaintiffs explained the reason that they decided to name Jay-Z was allegedly Jay-Z had pushed back on the filing of this complaint. So it's almost like a kind of, hey, if you're going to push us, we're going to name you in this complaint instead of just saying that you're Celebrity A. That's a little bit problematic because if he wasn't a party originally, if he was just Celebrity A, and now the only difference is because Jay-Z pushed back, it raises a question as to what exactly Jay-Z did as a party. But that will all be worked out in discovery.
And talk about what does happen next then with all this.
Well, when you file a civil complaint in federal court, the next steps are very clearly laid out in procedure, but they're not that exciting. The court will get together, the parties get...
Like the video, like the video. Thanks for being here. Do you think Attorney Busby was trying to give him grace and now allege if Jay-Z is filing a complaint about Attorney Busby, do you think that's why Attorney Busby is speaking on it? Reaction clip, fair use.
Together, they figure out a discovery plan, and then months out, the parties start exchanging discovery paperwork, documents, and then months beyond that, they start having depositions. But in the civil complaint context, the opening salvo is the filing of the pleading, and then after that, it's mostly quiet until we get to depositions, which are usually not in the public, and then years from now, in federal court, maybe a year and a half, then you get to trial.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NB.
Thanks for being here, everyone. Hold on one second. I know who I want to pull up. Give me 1 second. Thanks for being here, everyone. Fair use, fair use. Reaction clip. Like the videos, you guys come in. Like the videos, you guys come in.
Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs of raping a 13-year-old girl back in the year 2000. Good evening, I'm Joe Torres.
And I'm Tanya Rivero. The alleged rape happened after the 2000 Video Music Awards, which took place at Radio City Music Hall. Tonight, Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, vehemently denies the allegation.
Eyewitness News reporter Sonia Rincon is here with us in the studio. She's got the details on the lawsuit and the reaction. Sonia.
Joe, the disturbing civil case that was filed against Sean Combs back in October was just amended today. A small change with big implications, naming Jay-Z as the person initially identified in the suit as Celebrity A and accusing both men of raping a 13-year-old girl together back in 2000. The suit says they took turns assaulting the minor after the Video Music Awards show that year, and that another celebrity, who still hasn't been named, watched this happen. But someone who will not be named at all in this case is the accuser, who, again, was only 13 at the time. ABC News contributor and former prosecutor Richard Frankel tells us other lawsuits have not survived because the accusers have asked not to have their names be in the case at all. But this is different.
The judge has actually agreed that the victim can remain anonymous and that the case can proceed. So there seems to be a little bit more to this case. And again, as we go forward, there are more allegations, more facts coming out about this case. Of course, the defendants are denying it and strenuously denying it. But that's what a trial is for.
Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, in a statement tonight blasts the attorney who is representing the woman, accusing him of extortion and saying in part, these allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit.
Now, let me ask this question. Do you think Diddy's team is upset because they're saying file criminal charges if you think this is factual? Like the video, like the video.
Such a crime against a minor should be locked away. He goes on to say he'll have to explain this all to his children and that the claims, if not for the seriousness surrounding harm to kids, would be laughable. Now, a representative for Sean Combs also calls attorney Tony Busby's efforts shameless publicity stunts designed to extract payments from celebrities who fear having lies spread about them. His statement goes on to say Mr. Combs never sexually assaulted or trafficked anyone, man, woman, adult, or minor. Now, the accuser, who was a minor at the time, alleges that a limousine driver noticed her that evening and invited her to the party after the awards show where she claims both men assaulted her. Combs, at the height of his fame, Jay-Z, still at the time at the beginning of his tremendously successful career. Joe?
All right, Sonia, thank you for...
So do you guys think that people are now going to start pulling out and away from Jay-Z because of the allegations? I kind of think so. Okay. I'm going to show y'all a few other things of what's being talked about. Let me go back. So, of course, we have the accusations. Remember when Beyonce did this movie? I can't play the audio because I'll get in trouble. And some people are kind of saying the Carter house right now, I'm sure Beyonce's going off. And then it's being said that Foxy Brown put like a weight right here. She put weight and then the kind of looking emoji. Diddy's lawyers respond to the claims made by the new Jane Doe. We just listened to the Breakfast Club talk about this and the allegations. Of course, Jay-Z is denying the allegations. So I'm just showing y'all what the news and the media is talking about. He's basically saying he's exploiting. Now, we had knew that Jay-Z, we didn't know. Let me take that back. We didn't know who the other celebrity was. So do you think that this is going to start affecting Jay-Z and his brand? In the long run, we understand that Jay-Z has a lot going on. Beyonce has a lot going on. They're looked at in different ways. Beyonce's been extremely busy over the last 3 years. She had her tour. She had the Renaissance tour. She came out with her hair care line. There's been a lot going on. She's been switching up the music, trying to get into country music. She did a video and everybody was like, why are you at a laundromat looking like that? But here nor there. But do you think that people are going to stop and remove themselves from Jay-Z and Beyonce? Do you think brands are going to start pulling away, or the brands that they have, they'll remain, but there won't be too many more that will, sign up with them? This is serious. I mean, Jay-Z and Diddy have been friends for a very long time. And the one thing that people talked about is that Diddy's not going to have people around him if he don't trust them. But like I said, Diddy, Jay-Z, innocent until proven guilty. A judge, jury will have to decide if there's any wrongdoing. But this can definitely affect Jay-Z and Beyonce. And like they're stating, Blue Ivy's in school. So, of course, she's going to be getting looks and people are going to be making comments. Same probably with Kanye and his kids. Kanye's been sued. And I'm sure his kids are going through a lot too. So Kim in the media, she's doing a lot to try and distract away from that. But there's a lot going on. And I'm not surprised. Diddy lawyers are not responding. I'm not surprised that they're responding. Because the biggest thing, we know Diddy's been denied 3 times. 3 times by 3 different judges. He cannot get bailed out. But he may try for a 4th, you guys. He might try for a 4th. But remember this scene in regards to Beyonce. How she was in this movie, how she was talking to the husband. And I think the husband had cheated. And then she wanted him to say something to her, but he didn't. But yeah. They've been friends. I mean, I think celebrities have been preparing themselves. As soon as the Cassie lawsuit went, as soon as his house got raided, I think celebrities have been trying to prepare themselves for a while. I do. I think celebrities have been trying to prepare themselves, prepare their families, prepare their brands in regards to the different allegations that could come out. Okay. Hold on one second. Like the video. Let me see. If y'all did not know, too, Diddy's son was served. We're going to get to that later. Let me go back. Y'all let me know. So press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before, where you're watching from. Thanks for being here, everyone. Oh. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here, everyone. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before, where you're watching from.
Mogul Jay-Z forcefully denying claims in a new lawsuit that he and Sean Diddy Combs sexually assaulted a minor at a party 24 years ago. Jay-Z said it's just an attempt at blackmail, and he called it, quote, idiotic. The suit originally mentioned only Combs, who's facing federal sex trafficking charges. Drinker Duncan has more now on the allegations against Jay-Z.
Whoa,
After party following the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards when she was 13. She claims she attended a house party thrown by Sean Diddy Combs, who is also named in the lawsuit. She says she was given a drink that left her feeling, quote, woozy and lightheaded. Doe claims she entered an empty bedroom so she could lie down. Shortly afterwards, she said Combs and Jay-Z and an unnamed female celebrity came in, with Combs saying, quote, you are ready to party. The accuser then claimed she was
Y'all remember when we talked about that the statement said you're ready to party? We were all kind of grossed out by that. Like the video.
Awards when she was 13. She claims she attended a house party thrown by Sean Diddy Combs, who is also named in the lawsuit. She says she was given a drink that left her feeling, quote, woozy and lightheaded. Doe claims she entered an empty bedroom so she could lie down. Shortly afterward, she said Combs and Jay-Z and an unnamed female celebrity came in, with Combs saying, quote, "You are ready to party." The accuser then claimed she was pinned down and raped first by Carter and then by Combs, as the female celebrity...
Oh, that's crazy, because now they're stating that Jay-Z started first. Like the video, fair use reaction clip.
Watched. CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson.
The details of these allegations are really troubling. The plaintiff here alleges that Sean Combs and Jay-Z drugged her and then raped her. It's hard to get more serious than this.
In a statement, Carter responded to the allegations and lashed out at Doe's attorney, Tony Busby, calling him a fraud and stating, "I will not give you one red penny, and these allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree?" Busby has filed several lawsuits against Combs, accusing him of physical assault and rape after Combs was charged in September with federal offenses, including sex trafficking and racketeering. Combs, who was recently denied bail for a third time, pleaded not guilty and is set to face trial for those charges next May. Combs has denied all wrongdoing, his legal team calling the revised lawsuit shameless publicity stunts.
Now, we did reach out to the accuser's attorney, Tony Busby, for comment, but have not heard back. He did respond online saying that Jay-Z's statement on X saying that he and his client will let the filing speak for itself and support her case in court. Gail?
It seems like Jay-Z is basically saying, bring it on. I mean, normally you don't see a response this forceful, but he's very confident in what he's saying.
Yeah, if you believe you're falsely accused of something, that's a strong response.
That's exactly what he's doing. Thank you, Jerika. Thanks a lot.
Do y'all think that's a strong...
Deserves a big hug.
Do y'all think that that's a strong response from Jay-Z? Do you think that Diddy's team may feel a way of him saying, if this is the case, file criminal charges? Did they do the right thing in making that statement? Or is Jay-Z trying to say to everybody, look, I didn't do that? Like the video, like the video.
He's accused by a woman in a civil lawsuit of raping her when she was 13, along with Sean Diddy Combs. On December 8th, the accuser, identified anonymously as Jane Doe, refiled a sexual assault civil lawsuit she had originally filed against Diddy in October, adding in Jay-Z's name as an additional defendant. Per NBC News, she alleges in the new documents that in 2000, when she was 13, the two drugged and raped her at a house party following the MTV Video Music Awards in New York. Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, issued a statement to E! News hours after the suit was refiled, addressing the lawyer who filed it, Tony Busby. Calling the allegations, quote, heinous, Jay-Z says in the statement, quote, "I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case." He further calls the claims idiotic and alleges that before refiling the suit, Busby had contacted the rapper's own attorney to try to reach a settlement. He alleges further in his statement, quote, "What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle." In a statement to E! News, Busby said his firm did send Jay-Z's attorney a demand letter on behalf of an alleged victim. That person, he adds, quote, "never demanded a penny from him. Instead, she only sought a confidential mediation." Busby continues, quote, "As far as the allegations in the complaint filed, we will let the filing speak for itself and will litigate the facts in court, not in the media." Jay-Z, who shares daughter Blue Ivy and twins Rumi and Sir with wife Beyonce, adds that his only heartbreak is for his family. He says, quote, "My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people." He adds, quote, "I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age." The lawsuit marks one of several sexual abuse civil suits filed against Diddy in recent months, and the first to include him and an additional celebrity as a defendant. Diddy is currently in jail awaiting trial on federal sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracy charges, for which he has pleaded not guilty. He has denied any wrongdoing in all of the cases.
So y'all let me know, do you think that Jay-Z has a lot to worry about in regards to his brand, his family life? Like the video, and he has basically said he is denying the accusations. He's definitely denying the accusations.
Of sexual assault in connection with Sean Diddy Combs. There is breaking news just late last night of an amended lawsuit. The lawsuit accuses Combs of raping a 13-year-old girl back in 2000. But that lawsuit last night has been refiled and now includes allegations against Sean Carter, which is the real name of Jay-Z. Let's bring in Angie Seth, who has all the details for us of this story. And again, now, Jay-Z implicated in the lawsuit involving Sean Diddy Combs.
Indeed, Jay-Z, the husband of Beyonce, so we're also sort of tracking to see any reaction that's also coming from this. But if we go now to what this lawsuit is about, Heather, the accused, as you mentioned, they're a 13-year-old girl, not being named. We're naming her as Jane Doe, as is named in the lawsuit, accusing both Sean Diddy Combs as well as Sean Carter of raping her. Again, we also want to remind our viewers, this is a difficult story. Some of the details here can be difficult to listen to. But what the accused is saying is that this happened at an after party. One of the drivers of Sean Combs took Jane Doe to this party. Apparently it was said that she signed a document referred to as an NDA before entering the party, was given a drink, felt woozy, went into a room, lie down, and then the accused says that's when the alleged rape happened by both Combs and Carter. Also saying that an unknown woman was also present in the room. Carter is denying these allegations, did release a statement. This was on Rock Nation, and we're going to read a bit of this statement for you here. So Carter says, my lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. Carter goes on to say, I'm a young man who made it out of the project of Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games. We have very strict codes of honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Interestingly enough, of course, there was a response from that lawyer, Tony Busby, who has been involved in these lawsuits. And he says, in part, what he fails to say, and he's referring to Carter, what he fails to say in his recent statement is my firm sent his lawyer a demand letter on behalf of an alleged victim, and that victim never demanded a penny from him. Instead, she sought only a confidential mediation. As far as the allegations in the complaint filed, we will let the filing speak for itself and will litigate the facts in court, not in the media. And interesting as well with this, Heather, is of course that mediation that was offered there. Instead, a lawsuit was then put against the lawyer. We're also noted that in Sean Carter, Jay-Z's statement, he only refers to the lawyer but not the accused in any of this.
So has there been any sort of reaction from, I'm thinking, Sean Diddy Combs or from his lawyer, or where things stand in his cases overall?
Right now, we haven't heard anything, but we are certainly keeping a close eye to track on it. But looking at now sort of an additional individual that's been brought into this lawsuit, and of course, as you mentioned there, regarding Sean Diddy Combs, 10 lawsuits, 27 or so accusers. What we've also been tracking is we know that Combs has asked now 3 times to be released from prison on bail. That has been denied by the judge. We, of course, know that he's been accused of kidnapping, drugging, and coercing women into performing sexual acts. But that denial of bail 3 times, the judge ruling that evidence supporting a serious risk of witness tampering, this having to do with prosecutors alleging that Combs broke prison rules, contacting potential witnesses, using other prisoners' phone contacts, as well as coercing others within his orbit to post things in his favor. What we do know as well is, as we sort of continue to follow developments, this trial is not going to take place until next year, Heather, May 5th. Combs, of course, has denied all of the allegations, but we're going to be watching things very, very closely.
For sure, we will today. Thank you, Angie. Appreciate that, Angie. Seth.
Like the video. Thanks for being here, everyone. I appreciate it. Like the video as you guys come in. Hold on one second. Like the video as you guys come in. We might, of course, do some hot topics, trending topics after this.
Denying the accusation. ABC News Live anchor Lindsay Davis is here with more. Lindsay, good morning.
Hey, good morning to you. This lawsuit originally named Diddy as the defendant, but then it was refiled yesterday and now also names Jay-Z. But the music mogul is coming out swinging, saying in a statement that the allegations are so heinous in nature that he employs the lawyer to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one, adding whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. New allegations this morning leveled against rapper Jay-Z, also known as Sean Carter, accusing him of sexually assaulting a then 13-year-old girl with Sean Diddy Combs after the VMAs in 2000. The new amended civil lawsuit, originally filed by a Jane Doe in October, identifies celebrity A as Jay-Z, claiming that he and Diddy drugged and raped a 13-year-old girl at an after-party, and that another celebrity stood by and watched as Combs and Carter took turns assaulting the minor. Combs and Jay-Z both attended the award show that year. Jay-Z, who was 31 at the time, is now a multi-platinum Grammy winner and business mogul who's reached the highest heights of the rap industry. And the public scrutiny would make me want to settle, going on to say the claims are idiotic, and noting the impact this has had on his wife, music icon Beyonce, and their 3 children. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims. Jay-Z challenges Busby to change the civil lawsuit to a criminal complaint. But Busby is standing his ground, writing, "I won't be bullied or intimidated. People will see through this effort to discredit me and my clients, and the truth will be revealed. I also won't allow anyone to scare my clients into silence."
For Jay-Z, the question is, what is next? And for him, it's going to be fighting this civil lawsuit and either trying to get Jane Doe to name herself, provide any evidence that these allegations are true, or fight them based on the facts that he has.
Now, through his attorney, Sean Combs denies all allegations against him, saying in court the truth will prevail and that he never sexually assaulted or trafficked anyone. Guys.
All right, Lindsay, our thanks to you.
So thanks for being here, everyone. I just wanted to do a quick video in regards to the allegations about Jay-Z, Diddy. I might do another live probably tomorrow morning. Like the videos you guys come in. Like the videos you guys come in. There's about 118 in the building. If I can please get 118 to please subscribe to the page. We're definitely trying to hit 34K. We're definitely trying to hit 34K. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, I want to talk about. I don't know if I want to talk about that. Maybe though. Hold on one second. Like the videos you guys come in. What's the Soldier Boys? Okay, so let's go over to neighborhood talk. Hold on one second. Like the videos you guys come in. Let's do a few hot topics, trending topics. Oh. Just give me a second. Let's see. Like the videos you guys come in. So let me know your thoughts in regards to everything that's going on with Jay-Z. Are you surprised? Not surprised? Okay, let's continue. Yeah, I saw this the other day, and I kind of generally want to talk about it. Brandy Glanville is talking about the procedure she had, the things that she's had going on. It's interesting how some of these celebrities will get different procedures, and then as they age, it changes their face dramatically. So my prayers go out to her, for sure. My prayers go out to her. She was absolutely gorgeous. And then we kept seeing that she allegedly kept getting things done. So she went from the left to the right. Prayers go out to Brandy. We talked about the Breakfast Club talking about Jay-Z. Soldier Boy, he has statements in regards to he feels that celebrities are being targeted. Do you agree or disagree?
That's what I'm saying. When you in this industry, bro, you gotta stand on business. They gonna lie on your name. They gonna try to take you there. They don't want to see us winning. They don't want to see us having this money.
Is he telling the truth? Are celebrities being targeted? I don't know if I can show him smoking. Hold on.
Lie on your name. They gonna try to take you there. They don't want to see us winning. They don't want to see us having this money. When you in this rap and when you a celebrity, you a top. You know what I'm saying? But I love all my fans. I do this for my fans, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a f***. I've been spending my business. I already know. You know what I'm saying? Me becoming famous, I already knew I was sacrificing the regular life. I already knew what time it was. You feel me? I don't give a f***. I don't give a f***. I'm standing on business. And fuck it to play with this. Anybody go against this? Anybody try to stop this? Anybody try to do some weak do some play with this you already know what we gonna do. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? When you in this industry, bro, you gotta stand on business.
So do you think that celebrities are targeted because they're famous, they're well known, they're rich? Do you think people go after them because of their riches? Or do you think that some of these celebrities, let's talk about it, some of these celebrities put themselves in this position? Y'all let me know in the comments. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before, where you're watching from. Like the video as you guys come in. Like the video as you guys come in. We're just going to talk hot topics, trending topics. Do you think that all of Diddy's friends should be concerned? Did they put themselves in this position, hanging around him, being around him? Do you think that some of them should have maybe, and do you think that Diddy had told them, you guys are cool with me. We don't have nothing to worry about. Like the video, like the video. Let's see. I do want to show that. Okay. So which of these celebrities, which celebrity would you risk it all for? That is hilarious. Hold on. Let me see if I can wipe this. Everybody has a celebrity that some boyfriends would give a pass to. Okay, so it's kind of, I think it's okay on this. It'll be a little blurry. So there is Lorenz Tate, Mike Ely, Morris Chestnut. It looks like Tay Diggs, Boris, Kojo. What's his name? Boris. And then there's Method Man. Then there's Will Smith. And then there's Jamie Foxx. I guess who's your celebrity crush? Because I don't want no couple risking it all for none of that. Like the video, like the video. I don't think I can see it from here. That's probably what's happening, Paris, like always. Like the video, like the video. Who's your celebrity crush? Like the video as you guys come in. Hold on one second. Do you guys have a celebrity crush? And out of those, who would the celebrity crush be? Like I said, there's Lorenz Tate, there's Michael Ealy, Morris Chestnut, Tay Diggs, this is Boris, Method Man, Will Smith, and Jamie Foxx. Pretty much the top row got it. Outside of Boris being on the bottom row. What y'all think? Like the videos you guys come in. Sorry if I haven't been responding. Maybe on this side the comments stopped. We've only been live for an hour or so. Continue to hit the like button, you guys. If you're watching from a phone, please double tap the screen to hit the like button. If you're watching from a phone. Thanks for being here, everyone. Yeah, it stopped on my side. Yeah. It normally doesn't stop. My comments normally don't stop for after 2 hours. Paris said none of them. I know that's right, Paris. You're funny, girl. Okay, you guys, I just wanted to do a quick video recap review. I know what happened to her face. It's crazy. Different procedures. I saw that over the weekend. Yeah, for a long time. Remember my page, I wouldn't name the different celebrities until they were like named in lawsuits. My page, I'm a little different. I want to be careful. I want to protect my page. So I wasn't going to really name celebrities until they were named. Now, are you guys surprised that Jay-Z wants criminal charges filed against whoever did that to the alleged young girl. And then this is the thing too. Did the father take her to the hospital? Question 1. Were they able to get DNA? Question 2. Is that in a video? You know how they state that Diddy kept tapes. Was this a tape that was kept? Was there an NDA that was in his files? We've talked about that too. Let me see. Let me think of any other question. So was she in any of the videos? Is there an NDA that he kept? Did he get rid of a lot of his NDAs? Did at any point, that's the other question. At any point, did any of his tapes get leaked and people went into the rooms trying to say, hey, I was at this party, so I'm wondering if any of his videos and tapes got leaked to any of his friends trying to gather them. And what Homeland Security grabbed? Did Homeland Security grab the different tapes? Let me go in. Hold on one second. Yeah. Let me see if there's anything else. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about the allegations. Diddy, Jay-Z, who's the next celebrity that could possibly be named? Are these celebrities running scared? I kind of think so. And like where he said, Jay-Z denies the allegations. So it's a trip, y'all. And it's very serious. No one wants to be named in something that is being falsely accused. So I thank everyone for being here. I appreciate everyone for being here. Don't forget to subscribe to the page. Don't forget to continue to hit the like button in the replay game. All you have to do is double tap the screen to hit the like. Double tap the screen if you're on a phone. Double tap the screen if you're on a tablet. But I thank everyone for being here. Focus on healthy, safe relationships. Be around people that's loving, kind, and respectful. Let me go ahead and do my disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is use permitted by a copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged, in our opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. So I thank everyone for being here. I appreciate everyone for being here. I hope you was able to obtain a lot of information that you did not get, and hopefully, we were able to clear up some things. So we did a little hot topics, trending topics. Might do another video in the morning. Or if something comes out, I may do one late tonight. If so, 6, 7, 8, or I'll be back tomorrow, 10, 11, or 12. Everyone have a great evening, great morning, great afternoon. Be blessed. Have a great day, everyone. Goodbye.